Diamond and Pearl, Sinnoh. Man, have we missed that era of Pokemon. So it's not surprised that most of the fanbase is eager to see the long-awaited remakes announced sooner or later. Only issue is that they haven't been announced yet, which has caused some to believe that it's not likely we'll be getting the remakes anytime soon. Well, today I want to show you some of the secrets, Easter eggs, and general hints in Pokemon Sword and Shield that might be hinting at the long-awaited Sinnoh remakes. So let's jump right into it, shall we? First up is the Croagunk statue in Hop's bedroom in Sword and Shield. So if you head over to Hop's house and enter his bedroom, you might find something a bit strange on his TV table. You see, there is a Croagunk statue there, which at first might just seem like something you can ignore and you don't think much about. But if you actually take a moment, you might realize that this is the statue that's the exact same statue that is present in the Sinnoh games when you enter the Pokemart. Now, I even found someone about 6 years ago thinking that they could do some crazy things by bringing their Croagunk to the statue in those games, making something special happen. So yeah, it's a bit strange, but in reality it's just a souvenir type of deal. However, what is great about it is that them adding it into Sword and Shield might be a direct hint towards what is to come next, that being remakes, and I think it'll be perfect time for it to happen. Now you might think that this statue doesn't mean anything just because it's in Diamond and Pearl. It doesn't mean that that's hinting anything by those being in Sword and Shield. Well, let me remind you of something. Let me remind you that the souvenir statue from back in Generation 4 was hinting at Alola with this design and just looking like it's something like a tiki helmet, a tiki souvenir, right, hinting at Alola. But on top of that, I can also remind you that the wallpapers in the Game Freak office in Sun and Moon hinted specifically at Sword and Shield's Gigantamax toxicity. So my point is that it's not uncommon for Game Freak to leave these hints for future projects in their current projects, so keep that in mind. It's very common for it to happen, and this definitely seems like one of those. Honey is in Pokemon Sword and Shield. See, honey is a Generation 4 item that was used to make more rare and higher level Pokemon show up by applying it to trees. Now, this isn't present in Sword and Shield really. I mean, sure, we do have the little side quest with the Vespiquen and the Isle of Armor, but in all honesty, the actual honey item doesn't serve any actual purpose beyond that, whereas in Generation 4, it was an actual feature and was usable. And this brings me to that whole side quest of the Isle of Armor, and on top of that, also the fact that one of the characters is literally called Honey. I mean, just all that kind of combined makes me just think that maybe this was made as, again, a little bit of a hint. Because remember, the Vespiquen part is only really necessary as a side mission to get your Cubfu to be able, or rather your Urshifu, I guess, to be able to actually Gigantamax rather than just, Dynamax. So you're able to do that little side quest with specifically Vespiquen, but you don't use the honey I'm referring to, which is the base honey item that is in Diamond and Pearl, but also that's for some reason present in Sword and Shield. Instead you get more like a key item, something more along those lines, so to say. Just a different sort of item, right? A different sort of honey. So I'm just a bit confused why they even included honey in this game. It just doesn't serve any purpose. Was it maybe to hint to the Isle of Armor itself with the character honey and the Vespiquen side mission? Maybe. Or it could be that it's hinting at the Diamond and Pearl honey that was used and actually was a genuine feature. The Pixie Plate is next, and this is the only plate you can get in Sword and Shield, but on top of that, it wasn't available in Generation 4 since fairy typing didn't exist back then. Also, on top of that, you can't even get Arceus in Sword and Shield, so why would they include the Pixie Plate in the game if Arceus isn't even going to be available? And where are all the other plates in this case? I mean, it just seems a little bit strange and odd that there is no presence of the one Pokemon that would actually use this item within these games of Sword and Shield. There's no presence of it, and on top of that, none of the other plates are present. Only this one, only the one that never was in Diamond and Pearl. So it would make sense that if you were to get this one in Sword and Shield, and then Diamond and Pearl remakes were created, you could then send this over to Diamond and Pearl to actually give it to, I guess, your Arceus, which maybe is going to be catchable in those games. I don't know, but my point is basically this. It's an odd and really strange item to have in the game without all the things around it being encompassed and added as well. Next is a little bit of a less intriguing one, but there are no Galarian forms of Generation 4 Pokemon. Sure, there is also a lack of Generation 2 Pokemon as well, but isn't it strange that isn't it somewhat strange that we're missing Generation 4 Galarian forms, considering it's a popular generation? I'd assume they would have given at least some of them new forms. And sure, there's a lack of Generation 2 Pokemon with alternate forms and, different forms as well, but that could just be a coincidence or something instead that's pointing towards future Let's Go versions of Gold, Silver, Crystal. cycle. But honestly, I'd assume at least one Generation 4 Pokemon would get some love considering how popular a lot of the Generation 4 Pokemon actually are. I mean, genuinely take a moment to think about this. Generation 4 has some of the most popular Pokemon, Garchomp, Lucario, etc. My point is, it's a really popular generation, but we haven't seen a single Galarian form, which is really strange because you'd assume they wanted to do that because guess what? Every Galarian form that's created, every Alolan form, etc., those all just add more merchandise that they can create out of those Pokemon. So I'm really surprised they didn't do Gen 4 as it's so popular, but who knows? Maybe this is a hint, maybe it's not, I don't know. What do you guys think? And the final point for this video is going to be that 2021 is the 15th anniversary since the release of Diamond and Pearl. Now, this isn't really something that is a secret or an Easter egg. Really, I mean, let's be fair. I'm sorry for including this one, but I wanted to include it anyway because I think it's really important to mention that next year will be the 15th anniversary since the release of the original Sinnoh games, and is the perfect time for remakes to happen. But on top of that, the remakes are in line to get remade. I mean, the last remakes were Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but that was 2 generations ago. So it's finally time for another remake to happen, because what they usually do is it's every other generation they add in a new remake. I mean, we can literally go through them from the beginning, right? From where this pattern sort of started, which was Generation 4. That's where this started from, right? Because the games before Generation 4 were Generation 3, which also had remakes, which was Fire Red, Leaf Green. Then Generation 4 had Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But guess what? Black and White and Generation 5, that generation did not have any remakes. But then generation after that, which was X and Y, did have remakes. And then the one after that, Sun and Moon, didn't. And now we're in Generation 8, which means it's about time for another set of remakes to actually happen. And guess what? This is the time for that to happen. This is the perfect timing. It's the anniversary. People are looking and wanting and needing this. And on top of that, we have talked about some of the hints that we found here that are clearly just, really odd and could be hinting at what's to come. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, then drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe for future videos. And of course, a big thank you for watching and enjoying. If you guys want to see more videos like this and want me to cover more Easter eggs, secrets, etc., then make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. That'd be really awesome if we could. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Check out my previous video, which was this really awesome one about the creepy ghost girls in Pokemon. I covered a few of them, and I put a lot of time and effort into that video. So if you guys do enjoy it, please check it out. It's going to, again, be a link down below and a link on the screen eventually. So please check it out, give it some love, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.